everyone, it's Cara again. So we're going to do some more exercises, but this time we're doing just exercises for our hands. So hopefully we're going to get your hands moving and give them a good strengthening and stretching workout. So later in this video, we're going to use, well, I have a balloon full of rice, but I think in your activity box you should have a therapy ball, or maybe it's a balloon filled with something, just something squishy that you can use in your hand to squish down and it will come back into shape. Okay, so if you want to grab that, we're going to use it later, so just so you're all prepared. Alright, so we're going to get started. First, we're going to stretch our hands out with your fingers nice and wide, and then bring them in together. So we just want to warm up the hands a little bit, get them moving. Don't feel like you have to go as far as your hands possibly go, just gently bring your fingers out and bring them back in, just to get things kind of moving. Our hands are really important for all our tasks that we do every day. Opening jars. I'm really bad at opening jars, especially pasta sauce. So maybe after doing these exercises, I'll be able to open my own pasta sauce. So keep doing those a few more times. We just want to get everything moving. If you want to do one hand at a time and then do the other hand, that's totally okay. So next we're going to just do one hand, and we're going to bring each of our fingers into the center. So one finger at a time, bring it in. My fingers can't go very far, and that's okay. If you can only bend them a little bit, don't worry about it. We're just, again, trying to get everything moving. And you can go as slow as you need to, or if you want to go faster than me, just don't go too fast. And remember, same as always, nothing should be hurting. If what we're doing hurts, stop doing it. Okay, one more time on this hand. Okay, next hand, do the same thing. Just bring all your fingers, bend them in one at a time, slowly into the center. Maybe I'm going a little fast. We can go slower. And the great thing about this exercise is that you can do it anywhere. You can be sitting comfy on your couch, even on your bed, just as long as you can move your hands. One more time on this hand. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the stand that we started with, and we're going to make a fist and squeeze. Make sure your thumb is across your fist, and we're going to hold this for 15 seconds while you squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now release your hand out. Ooh, mine's a little tired from doing that. So now we're going to do this hand. We're going to do the same thing. Squeeze into a tight fist and hold it. And we're going to hold it for 15 seconds. Alright, ready and go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, and release that. So we'll do this hand again. We're going to squeeze, but only for 10 seconds this time. Ready and go. Make sure you're squeezing tightly in there. Want to strengthen all those muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, this hand again. And we're going to do this one for 10 seconds. And squeeze it nice and tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now wiggle your fingers around. Make sure everything's moving well. So now we're going to go back to just one hand, and we're going to move just our thumb. So thumbs can be a lot of problems for people. So we want to pay extra attention to our thumb because it's so important. So we're just going to move our thumb in and out and just go in and out as far as comfortable. Don't try and push it too far. We'll do 5 more of these. Alrighty. So now we're going to move on to this hand. So we're going to do the same thing. Just move our thumb in and out. And don't worry about how far in your thumb is going. Just keep it moving. We'll do 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, awesome. Let me see what we're doing here next. Okay, so this one is to try and strengthen our fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each finger and we're going to pinch against our thumb and we're going to hold that for 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next finger, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure to be giving it a good squeeze when you do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our little pinky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's move on to our other hand. Same thing. We're just going to squeeze with our thumb. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next finger. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next finger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our little pinky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now that we've held it, let's just go through squeezing each one, doing it a little more quickly, just giving it a good squeeze. And now let's move on to this hand. So we're going to just do quick squeezes. Just a few more. Okay, perfect. So now just to get our hands moving again, let's pretend you're playing the piano. Maybe some of you know how to play the piano, maybe some of you don't. But the main gist is that we're just going to move our fingers around and move them up and down like we're playing a beautiful song on the piano. Make sure to keep your fingers moving to hit all those keys. You want your music to sound beautiful. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Maybe you can hum along with your favorite song that you would play on the piano. I can't think of one at the moment, but hum along to your favorite tune, and we'll do it for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, so we're going to do this next little stretch. You can do it looking at your hands. I'm just going to do it facing you guys so you can see what I'm doing. And we'll do one hand at a time. And it's called the claw stretch. So you're going to curl your fingers in so it looks like you're making a claw. You can see there. And hold it for a couple seconds. And then release it. And so we're going to do that again, making a claw, holding it, and releasing it. This really tires my pinky out. So again, it shouldn't hurt, but you can feel a little stretch in it. Release. One more on this hand. Make a claw. And release. Okay, let's do it on the other hand. Same thing. Bend the fingers in to make a claw and hold it that way, nice and tight. And release. Make a claw. And release. And slowly come into your claw. Make it nice and tight. Release. We'll do a couple more of these. Release. Okay, so now we're going to use our therapy ball or your little balloon full of rice or sand, whatever it may be. And we're going to start with our right hand and we're just going to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. It's fun doing this with a therapy ball because you can kind of feel the things move underneath your fingers. And it's a little squishy, so it's nice to squeeze. And this is going to help us with our grip strength. So opening jars, which you already know I'm really bad at. So hopefully this will help me. And you don't have to release your fingers all the way. I'm just doing that to show you guys that I'm releasing. You can just squeeze it and let go. Okay, now let's do it in the other hand. So we're going to do the same thing. Just squeeze it really tight and release. Squeeze and release. And again, you don't have to let your fingers go all the way. It's just so you guys can see. But every time I do it, I almost drop it. So don't do that. It's not good. So squeeze tight and release. Hopefully you can feel the little muscles in your hand strengthening up every time we do this. My hands are getting a little tired from all of this, but we'll get through it. Okay, we're going to give our fingers a little break, and what we're going to do is you're going to hold it up, you're going to grip it tight, you're going to drop it, and try and catch it in the other hand. So, squeeze, release, and drop. So try not to do it from too high, otherwise it's hard to catch. You can do your hands really close together, just trying to catch it in that other hand. I'll do two more of these. Squeeze, release, and drop. Okay, now do it with the other hand. So now we're going to use our other hand to do the squeezing and dropping, and switching which one catches it. And again, make sure not to do it so your hands are really far apart, because then it'll be hard to catch. We don't need to do it from that far, just a little distance. So squeeze, release, and drop. Squeeze, release, and drop. Squeeze, release, and drop. Squeeze, release, and drop. And one more time. Okay. So as you're squeezing this ball, it's kind of interesting to see if you can tell what's inside. Like I said, I'm pretty sure mine's rice, but maybe it's not. So as you're squeezing the ball, kind of think about what's maybe in there. Okay, so what we're next going to do is I just want you to take the ball between your hands and kind of roll it around. So roll it around between your two hands, and this would be a great time to feel kind of what's inside of there and take your guesses. Maybe describe what it feels like. And just roll it between your two palms. It's kind of like a nice massage for your hands. So just take a minute, do some breathing, nice deep breaths. And just roll it out. Get right up to the tips of your fingers. And then right to the bottom of your wrist. And roll it around in circles. in straight lines, whatever you want to do. And just roll it out until your hands feel nice and relaxed. This is kind of a nice relaxing way to end our exercise. Alright, so hope your hands all feel a little tired, but pretty well worked out. If you want to just give them a shake, move your fingers around and see how they feel. So hopefully we didn't tire you out too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and enjoy the rest of your day.